It is Super Draco 380 and we're here for stage 51 of Eaglemoss Build the Ecto-1. Today we're doing stage 51, the Sono Channel ASA20 and switch panel. So to begin with, you've got these different tubes, and I went ahead and I used a Sharpie to mark each tube by length so I can tell them apart. So as I open up the instructions, because unlike the Bismarck, we actually have physical instructions. So first thing we're going to do is we need the Sono Channel ASA20 Part 51A, and we're going to attach it to its base, Part 51B. There's two holes and some ports and a guiding peg, so it'll fit in a specific orientation. And because it's silver, my lights are creating a lot of reflection. And there, now that it's lined up, we're going to attach those two together with two BP screws. Okay, so then we're going to bring in the driver's side rear workstation. We got those two large ports, and there's a small peg hole, so the large screw holes and the locating peg will fit in like so. So then we're going to attach that with two more BP screws. And with those in, next we're going to attach the switch panel, Part 51C, to the workstation. Now there's a locating peg, and there we go. So that's going to fit in with 6 more BP screws. And then the other thing is the instructions show a large screw hole right there, but without drilling it out, I'm not going to be able to get a screw in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my luck. And see how this goes. If later on I'm not getting proper holding, I might drill that out and put in a screw later. But for now, I think the other 5 BP screws will handle it. So next, we're going to install the tubes into those holes we can see on top of the switchboard. So the first two are 51D. Now this is very simple. It's just plug and play and arrange at your leisure. I had a surprising amount of difficulty from this because you can see it right there how one of the holes is a half moon shape instead of a circle. So I've got a lot of a not very well drilled hole and a hole with a big piece of mold flash in it. But basically your tubes are just going to plug in, and this gave me a surprising amount of difficulty. So I'm probably just going to cut most of this out so you don't have to watch me struggle. Okay, I'm just going to cut in right here. The next two tubes are labeled as 51F. These are the longest ones. They're going to plug into those two holes I pointed out with the screwdriver. And these two only plug in on the left side. You actually want them running with the others, but then coming out from the workstation on the other side. Alright, and finally, we've got these two zip ties that we're going to use to tie all the wires together. The instructions show them us, they don't give a specific distance. So once they're to your liking, tighten them up. It's at this point that several of these tubes have continued to pop out. So we're going to bring in our friend glue, and I'm just going to glue them in place because I'm over it already. So yeah. Alright, and that's all there is to do in that stage. As you can see, I'm still getting the tubes quite where I want them. So then the last thing is my tubes are sticking up way too high. The pictures all show them laying down flat. So once I get them all in place where I'm happy with them, I'm going to actually glue them where they lay down. Now I did this off camera because it took a little bit of figuring out rather than watch me struggle. You'll see it in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for stage 52.